Welcome, everybody! Welcome to the Wolf Den. I am your host, SailodeGrenn, as we explore this wondrous place. Now somewhere around here should be the, server, thing. I don't even remember what the name of it is. It's called something. I know it is. I don't know which way it is, nor where I came from, but yeah, I guess. Well, there's one way to fix that. Ow. Piss on it. I don't want that. Right, now I have to fall again. I mean, I was over water anyways. Oh, wait. There it is. Okay. I say put me back there, and what we're gonna do, get rid of that. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so, let's try this again. Welcome everybody. Yes, that is what we were trying to say. Welcome to the Wolf Den server! Woo woo woo! So, yes, this is the Wolf Den. We are here. Coming at you live at the Server Council Community Development Building. That is, in fact, a mouthful of guys. So, this building, by the way, was built by me, and it is for council meets. It also includes the post office, the Rules and Regulations Board, and the report area. So, if there's anything that needs reporting to me, the server host, yeah. Y'all can do that. Now, which button is it? I think it's that one. Yay, we got it right. Woo! Close that door. Don't let no uglies in. So, let's take a little tour of this place here first, and then we'll explain what's going on. So. This is kind of the post office area. We have 3 people that are supposed to be on the server. We have me. This is my mailbox, server admin. These are also all members of the server council, which I'll explain to you guys in a minute. So this is the what am I trying to say? This is my mailbox. This is Atheist's mailbox. Hope I spelled his name right. In other words, my friend Dylan. So I will usually be calling him Dylan. So, cause that's a mouthful. Not to mention hard to say. So I think Dylan's gonna be just fine for him. Then we have Dominator DJ, otherwise known as DJ. So his mailbox is here. Diamond plated, gold plated, crystal plated. Damn right. So, now I'm going to explain this to you right now. I'm going to try to limit my swearing as best I can. Keep in mind, I'm kind of a sweary guy, so things slip out. So if you hear a swear word or anything like that, well, viewer discretion is advised. So it's gonna happen. It's already happened. Not much I can do about it. I'm trying my best here, but y'all know the drill. So anyway, then we also have some room for expansion. So eventually, as the server gets going, once the 3 of us get established, hint hint, nudge nudge, get it done. We will be opening this place up to public applications. This is a whitelisted server. You have to apply in order to get a spot on here, and it's not going to be easy, but yeah. So anyway, you've got to be a pretty good personality, internet personality, to get on here, but we'll go through that once we're all established and all that at a much later date. So especially at this rate. Come on, guys, pick it up. Get your shit together. Get it done. So, this is kind of the report area. So, like, questions, comments, concerns, and other types of reports, go in each of these respective boxes, or chests, if you will. So, you know, if you need to contact me, do it via Twitter. Level 3 or above emergency, contact me. Follow me on Twitter, blah, blah, blah. Need help, server not working, contact me. Questions, comments, tell us, leave books. Would be helpful if you would sign them. I don't really remember how all that works, so, yeah. But anyway, and then in here, this is kind of the, server council meeting room. So, any and all council meetings will take place in here. Got a nice little table. It's kind of a small meeting room. Eventually, as the council grows, if it grows, the room will probably need to be expanded or moved. That place might just become a storage room. We don't know. But anyway, so let's get to the big stuff here. Server rules and regulations. Yes, hi, Spider. So, let's take a look here. This is kind of the spiel. Rule number, rule description, punishment for violating, usually. So, here we go. Rule number 1, no griefing. Instant permanent ban. That's right. If you grief, you're screwed. No takebacks. Rule 2, or, yeah. Non-destructive pranks are okay. That includes a 7-day ban for violation. That's right. Whole week ban. Rule 3, Regulation 3, whatever. All plotted land must be purchased through council as they hold the deeds. Basically, what we're going to be using on the server for a system here to keep track of all the buildings and everything, all the land that's going to be available eventually. We're going to do some work later after we explain some stuff, but anyway. My biggest priority right now is getting the server community stuff built and done. That way, you know, it's all done and out of my hair, and I can get to doing the fun stuff, like building my house and that such nonsense. But anyway, so let's continue. Basically, what this deeds thing means is that us, the server council, we personally hold all of the deeds to each and every piece of land on the server. So that means that if you like a plot, or if you see a plot that you like and that you want to purchase, then you have to talk to us in order to do it, or a authorized seller, basically a realtor, in order to buy it from us. And then you will get the deed to the place. We can, if you know, you're being a douchebag or something on the server, you know, and we need to put you in your place, we can take that deed from you. We can basically evict you. While you own the property, you don't own the land that the property is on. So we can take that land from you. Doesn't mean that we're gonna, you know, be douchebags and, you know, destroy it. I mean, basically, the punishment is like, it's a proportional thing. So, you know, if you have a little hiccup, you know, oh, I took out a block, you know, that's by accident, then that's not really going to be punished. You know, I mean, as long as you replace it, it's fine. So, like, you know, if I walked in here and, oops, I broke a block. Oh, well, I'm leaving now. You know, if I did that, that's a douche move, all right? And we're going to punish you for that. That kind of offense is punishable because that is considered griefing. So, but let's say, you know, oops. Let's say, what can I replace here? Signs, we're done with signs. Oops. Let's say, okay. Let's say, you know, oh, I'm coming along. Oops, I break a block. Well, I don't have that kind of block on me, but I do have this one. So I'll put that there. Okay, I'm going away now. That kind of thing is okay, because you showed an effort to replace it. Even though you didn't have the kind of block, you at least made the effort to replace what you broke. That is not punishable. So, And of course, if you do have the type of block, that's always helpful to use that instead. But, you know, accidents happen. So, I don't care if it's filled with dirt or what. As long as it's filled, you know, it just shows that you care about the place, you know? Just shows that you really care about the place and the rules and all that stuff. So, basically, don't know how we got off on that little tangent, but, yeah, so basically, you know, if you mess up, you know, you're gonna get punished. I mean, unless it's like, oh, see, here's how we tell this is an accident, you know? It's like, oh, I broke that, but I don't have a block to replace it with. Well, there's plenty of fucking dirt out here, so go get one, you know? Go get a block of dirt, plop it down, doesn't matter what kind of block it is, as long as it's in there, you know, and then go about your business, you know? That shows us that you care. Otherwise, you know, if you do that and, you know, you just leave, yeah, we're gonna punish you. I mean, we'll do a little griefing at your house, you know, as payback, you know, because it's like, hey, you messed with us, we're gonna mess with you, you know? And if it goes any further, you know, if there's any retaliation than that, then, you know, of course the punishment's gonna go up from there. So it's, like I say, it's proportional. So, basically, yeah. So, anyway, so, yeah, so if you see any land that you want to buy, you gotta go through us, or a authorized reseller. So, that skeleton, starting to drive me crazy. Get out of here, you stupid. So, that also kind of falls under the next rule, which means, like, disorderly conduct is punishable. So that, I kind of already explained that. So, like, if you break a block, or, you know, you'll stroll through here and you point your weapons and, like, you know, you draw them at, you know, somebody, or you shoot towards somebody, and it's not like in a pranking or, like, you know, a playful kind of manner, then basically, you know, if they take offense to it, then that's considered disorderly conduct, and you can definitely be punished for that. You know, you can, that's a reportable offense. So if anyone does that to any that are on the server right now, i.e. these three guys, or these two guys, if anyone does that, please let me know, either in the reports box or via Twitter. I would recommend both, because I mean, I'm probably only gonna be on here like once a week, so yeah, unless I'm doing off-camera work, which might happen, but it might not. We don't know yet. So yeah, so in here, and please also notify via Twitter. And if you can't do that, if you have my phone number, then use that. Just some way to contact me anyway. So yeah. Anyway, next up, go big or stay home. The punishment is castration. Basically, show that you have big balls or get the fuck out. GTFO. Sorry. So, basically, yeah. If you're gonna build something and you've got the materials to build it, then do it right or get out of here. So, Regulation 6 here is no weapons drawn in cities. Punishment is confiscation. So, basically what that means, it's just a precautionary measure. That way, you know, I've got this enchanted bow or something that shoots out flames that sets fire to the ground or something, you know. It's basically an anti-griefing measure. Plus, it helps with the disorderly conduct stuff. So, yeah. So, if you have a bow, don't have it out. Or any other kind of weapon of any kind, you know, swords are included with this, so, just, yeah, so. Next up, Rule 7, /regular, I use them interchangeably. They're the same thing, in my eyes. So, Rule and Regulation number 7, no stealing. All valuables will be confiscated if you violate that. Basically, you know, if you're in somebody's house, you know, poking around, which is fine, you know, you can go somewhere unless they have a sign up or have told you in the past, you know, hey buddy, don't Don't snoop around in my place, you know, because that's kind of creepy. You know, whatever. I'm personally okay with that, but that's other people might be different. So, you know, the thing is, first of all, obey others' wishes. And then, you know, second is if you see that diamond sword, you know, or that diamond pickaxe in a chest, brand new, fully enchanted diamond sword or something like that, and you think, damn, I wish I had that. Okay, don't swipe it, alright? Because that's a douche move, alright? I'm just gonna say it. And if you do that and you get caught, which you will get caught, every valuable item that you own, whether it's in your house or, you know, your inventory, whatever, it's taken away. Okay, we will force you to give it to us. Or you can be banned. That's the alternative. So, don't steal, guys. That's a douche move. So, then, what happened to the music? 1 second, guys. Forgot to hit play all on this stupid thing. And we're gonna go next. There we go. Sorry about that. That's my bad. Okay. So, what am I doing? Okay. So, next up, TNT requires council-issued permit. This is kind of a gray area. These next 3, these are kind of a gray area, so you do need authorization from us in order to make this stuff, or at least in order to have it, on your person. Like, you can have it in a chest, that's fine, but just let us know if you plan on using it, okay? Power armor, since it has so many different things that you can do with it, it's kind of a really variable kind of thing, so we would just please advise us that you have it and what the effects of it are, you know, what it does, you know, just advise us. At least do it for me, you know. And this one also kind of falls in with number 8 here. No explosives, including spells, without permit. So basically, if you have an explosive spell, you know, let us know about it. That way we know that you have it, and, you know, in case there's a random hole, giant hole in somebody's building or house or something, out of random, you know, that's bigger than a creeper, we know who to blame. So it just helps us for tracking down crime. Not that there's gonna be any crime, because there better not be, but even if there is, you know, it just helps us out. So, then, number 11, all businesses must register with council. Basically, what this means is if you want to make, you know, a potato farm or something, or not farm, potato shop. If you want to sell something, you've got, like, if you want to make a store, like, you know, let's say my Work and Jerk, building that I make, you know, my monster jerky kind of stuff. If you want to make that stuff, that's fine with us. We're totally fine with that. But you gotta let us know where it's gonna be. You gotta let us know what it's gonna be, and you gotta know, have the land before you build it. So, so yeah, so like businesses aren't gonna be cheap. You know, you gotta have the necessary dough in order to do it. Which we do have a currency system. It's not exactly defined yet. There isn't a bank yet, but there will be. It's on the list, but so don't worry about that. That's in the works. You'll probably hear about that next episode. I'll probably get that figured out, because I think my next project is actually going to be a bank. That's one of the bigger things. And then I'd like a police station and some other stuff. I don't know. I got some plans for this place. But anyway. So, basically, yeah, so that. It just helps us to keep track of what's going on the server, you know, who's doing what, you know, what's going on, that kind of stuff. So, So basically, yeah. So that means, what happens is you, let's say, you know, okay, I want to make a, well, actually, better example. Let's use my work and jerk, shop, basically. My monster jerky shop. Let's talk about that. Let's use that as our example. So I want to make this shop, right? It's a place it sells monster jerky, right? I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit. There we go. I'm trying to talk here. So, yeah. So let's say, you know, I want to make this thing, right? Okay. So here's kind of the process I would need to have. But who are you? I don't remember. I'll talk to you later. Anyway, sorry, my phone went off. Anyway, so, let's see here. Okay. You're gonna have to wait, buddy. I'm doing a video. Sorry about that. Okay, so. Okay, so where was I? Hourglass spinning, spinning beach ball, all of the above. Okay, so, let's say, you know, I want to make this shop, right? So, the process I would have to follow is this. I would have to locate the land that I want to build it on, get it plotted if it's not already plotted, which I'll talk about plotting in a minute. So this is kind of the what is this server and all that kind of stuff video, I guess. So basically I'd need to go and get the land plotted if it's not already plotted, and then I'd have to buy that land. Then I would have to register with the server council and get a what would I call that? Oh, what is that word? Merchant's permit, I guess. In order to sell stuff, you need a permit. So it's basically just a book that says you're authorized to sell stuff. It's stupid, but it's the way things work. Basically, our server is kind of like a city. Is kind of how it's run, really. You know, so it's not that hard to figure out. Most of this is common sense, really. Easy to follow. You know, it's easy. You know, I mean, we're not gonna deny you, you know, your permits. All right. You know, if as long as you're in good standing on our server, you know, you're not being a douchebag or, you know, blowing things up or griefing or, you know, causing trouble, then yeah, we're gonna give you stuff. All right. So there's perks to being good. All right. So, but anyway, so I would have to get a merchant's permit in order to sell stuff, and then I would need to build up my building on the plotted land that I bought. Then I can sell stuff. Once it's stocked, I can sell stuff. But once it's all done and ready to sell stuff, you need to let us know, you know, what all the prices are and all of that, just so we can make sure that it's not like, you know, you're not trying to extort anybody for something. So like, you know, 75 diamonds for one iron pickaxe, that's fucking ridiculous, you know. So, I mean, you know, first of all, nobody would buy it, and second, that's really stupid. So, you know, unless iron's a really rare material, which it's not, I don't think anyway. So, yeah, that's kind of the way things go. But anyway, so, yeah, it just helps us and everybody else. So, Regulation 12, support Rexco. Quality goods, low prices. That's my personal business. In game, that is. I don't actually own it. It's, I wish it was real, but Rexco has been around since I was a kid. All right, it's been a creation of mine since I was a little kid. So, it's always fun to take that kind of stuff into real life like this. So anyway, Rexco sells everything, so they're gonna sponsor my my shop, my Work and Jerk building. They also sponsor another building that I used to have, or another business that I used to have, called, oh, I think it was like Neanderthal Water Company. Basically, what we did at that place is we would basically take water out of the ground, freeze it for maximum storage and all of that kind of stuff, and then we would sell it. And then, you know, we would also sell the equipment needed to thaw it out and put it in, like, you know, containers and that kind of stuff. So it's just a little fun thing, you know. It was cheap. Water wasn't exactly hard to come by, but it wasn't easy, you know, because a lot of the stuff I was doing at the time needed water. So if you watched me stream, then you probably knew about that. But anyway, so 13, support local businesses. So if there's a big corporation rolling in here, so like, you know, let's say somebody rolls in here and buys a whole bunch of land and makes a whole bunch of buildings all under the same, you know, corporation kind of thing, you know, and then they have their prices so much lower than everybody else that it drives everyone away, you know, then yeah, we're gonna say, you know, don't support the big corporations, aside from Rexco, of course. So support your local businesses, you know, buy from the ma and pa stores, all right? I mean, obviously, if they don't have something that the big corporations have, then, you know, of course you can go there. I mean, shop wherever you want, but I'm just saying, you know, you'll get rewarded for doing this, trust me. I'm not going to detail those, but you'll find out. Anyway, Rule and Regulation 14. Do not ally with Vulcan. This is another thing that came from my childhood. Rexco was rivals with another big corporation called Vulcan Inc. And they eventually went to war with each other. So it was a big mess, and a character named Quiggle had to go and save the day numerous times. He and his two friends, Cuzzy and Tyke. So, yeah. Just a little story, you know, from my childhood, so. Anyway, so what Vulcan's gonna be doing on the server is he'll occasionally, show up and, like, you know, do some stuff, you know, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. But basically it means don't ally with him, you know, so. It's bait for a story arc that we're gonna do with the series. But anyway, that's gonna come later. Anyway, and then finally, 15. Have fun, buy stuff, get swag. So yeah, eventually, I'm not sure when, but eventually, if this series takes off, and if any other series of mine take off, then we will definitely be selling some cool stuff via Cafe Press. So yeah, that'll be pretty cool. There's this nice website called Cafe Press that will sell stuff. So like coffee mugs and hats and shirts and you name it, they'll sell it. Even bumper stickers. So yeah. So eventually. Whoa, lag spike, holy crap. But yeah, so that's kind of the deal. Eventually, not yet. That also applies to in-game here on the server. So please buy stuff. It helps us so very, very much, boss. So anyway, so that's kind of that, you know, that's that. I'm sorry it kind of took forever to explain all that, but it needed explaining. And by the way, this is kind of the symbol of the server here. It's, I guess, a sword with something on a pedestal. I don't really know. I have no idea. I just kind of made it one day while I was building this. It just kind of happened. So, you know how it goes. Inspiration hits, and yeah, it just kind of shows up out of nowhere. Yeah, kind of the same deal. So, but anyway, so, yeah. So that's done. Let me think here. How long is this video right now? 1,327 megabytes. Usually, that's not very long. I'd like to see how long my video is, so I'll be right back. What's up, everybody? I'm back. Sorry about that. We are actually probably gonna call it quits here on this episode. It took forever to kind of explain stuff, and I'm sorry about that. I'm not very good at doing that. So I apologize for the short episode, or it wasn't a short episode, it just took forever. So I'm sorry about that. I promise next episode we'll do some fun stuff. But anyway, most of what I'll be doing here at first is, I mean, since we're just getting started on the server, you know, we'll need to build up some community buildings here, and then we'll build up our grand estate somewhere, and we'll get established, and then hopefully, you know, the other two guys on the server will be kind of doing the same thing. So DJ and Dylan, I'm looking at you, better get it done. But anyway, if you want to be on, basically here's how it goes, guys. If you're on the server, please be active on the server. You know, I get life gets in the way, and you know, I get all that, all right? Believe me, I get it. You know, I know you can't be on the server 24/7, and that's not what I ask for. I just ask, you know, occasionally, you know, be on the server and let me know, you know, what's going on. Let me know what's going on the server, you know? What are you guys doing? I'm curious. So, yeah. But anyway, so otherwise, you know, I'm gonna have to take you off, you know? If you're not active enough on the server, like if you're not on at least twice a month on the server, at least twice a month, I would hope for, you know, a lot more than that. I mean, I want this thing to be huge, you know, like Minecraft. I want you on this thing like 24/7, personally. But you know, I know that's probably never gonna happen. But that'd be really awesome if it did. But anyway. So yeah. But if you're not on here at least twice a month, then I'm gonna have to kick you. I'm sorry. It's just the way things work. So, I mean, I'm paying like $70 a month for this thing, you know. So if you're not using it, then it's kind of a waste of money, because if I'm the only one on it, you know, there's no real point. You know, I can just as easily do all this in, you know, a single player world. So, you know, I'm doing this for everybody, you know, all of us. So, but anyway, so that stuff aside, yeah. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I certainly enjoyed making it. I know it was kind of a boring episode. I'm sorry, but it's gonna get better. I promise. Things will get much better. In due time, you know. Next episode probably happening next week. We'll probably get some stuff done, you know. But anyway. I will see you guys next time. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe. It helps me out so very much. You guys don't even know. Hold the phone. I sees you. I sees you. She's him. I see you. But anyway, so. Anyway, so yeah, so it helps me out very much. So, if you want to see more, please subscribe, and also be sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and on Tumblr for all of your latest and greatest SailodeGrenn news. I am gonna say that I am most active on Twitter, so that's where you'll see me the most. Out of all the social media stuff, I'm active on Twitter so much, guys. Ugh, I almost puked. That, ugh. Why does that taste like hot dogs? What the hell is wrong with me? Oh, that's not right. That's fucking disgusting, okay? That's nasty. It tasted like hot dogs. What's wrong with me? But anyway, so nasty belch, vomit kind of things aside that taste like hot dogs. Hope you enjoyed. And I will see you next time. Also be sure to look me up on Beam Pro and on Twitch for seeing me live and in living color doing what we do best. So yeah. At any rate, as always, thanks for watching. I know this is kind of a weird episode, and I apologize for that, but it will get better. Next episode will be more purposeful, I guess. I could say. So yeah, we'll get some buildings done around here. This is kind of town square. This is kind of the main building of the city. Basically city hall, so to speak, you could say. So it's where all the business on the server goes down. It's right in here. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. Until then, I am SailodeGrenn, and I will see you in the next episode. So, peace out! What am I doing here? That. I need to figure out what hotkey this is. What is this? Shift OEM plus. Weird.